Jeff, good morning. Nice to see you and nice to be back. All right, let's get you going with news. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says the federal government stepping in to help as the province battling an overwhelming third wave of COVID-19.
We are mobilizing federal healthcare workers from across government departments to deploy to the front lines in Ontario and specifically the GTA, where the situation is most critical. Second, Canadians across the country aren't just watching the situation closely, they're springing into action to help.
Trudeau says the federal government will cover the costs if other provinces and healthcare send healthcare staff to help. They are also working with municipalities to boost rapid testing in hotspots with a focus on essential workers. Meantime, the province is responding here to what is happening here. A statement from Health Minister Christine Elliott, reading in part, as Ontario battles a third wave of COVID-19 driven by variants, we are grateful for the support of the federal government. We continue to take the necessary actions to expand capacity in our healthcare system and enhance public health measures. Now, coming up later on this morning, we're going to speak to palliative care physician Dr. Naheed Dasani to discuss how this latest announcement could help Ontario after the province announcing sweeping new restrictions. And that interview is coming up just after 8 o'clock. Now let's talk about vaccines. Some good news for many who are waiting to get one. Ontario will soon offer the AstraZeneca shot to those 40 years and older.
Provinces and territories are free to use AstraZeneca in any age population over 18 as per Health Canada's license for use in Canada. There is nothing stopping the province of Ontario for changing their advice for use to their physicians within Ontario.
Now, not long following that press conference, getting the official word, residents 40 and older will be eligible to start receiving the vaccine on Tuesday. The province had previously stuck to the recommendation of the National Advisory Committee on Immunization to only offer the shot to anyone 55 and up after reports of extremely rare blood clots. So far, Canada has only reported 2 blood clot incidents. More than 700,000 AstraZeneca doses have been administered across the country. Well, today, students across the province going back to virtual learning as schools stay shuttered during this third wave. More than 2 million students in Ontario logging on to learn this morning after a delayed spring break that was moved from March to April. This is the first time schools have been closed province-wide since January. The Ford government has yet to announce if and when students will go back to in-person learning. Well, starting today, police, OPP, and the RCMP expected to begin enforcing new interprovincial travel restrictions at Ontario borders today. So all non-essential travel into Ontario from Manitoba and Quebec now restricted. And police have the power to ask anyone for their purpose for coming into the province. OPP saying all non-essential travelers will be refused entry into Ontario. Right now, Ottawa police say there are no plans to issue fines to anyone trying to enter the province, but checkpoints set up on a 24/7 basis. Similar checkpoints will be set up along the Ontario-Manitoba border. Well, the Fed's expected to do some heavy spending when they table the 2021 federal budget today. And it is the first fiscal blueprint that we have seen in 2 years. And the first budget for Chrystia Freeland as finance minister. The 2020 fiscal outlook was delayed by the pandemic. Record spending not seen since World War II will be focused on boosting the pandemic-battered economy, national childcare, and green energy. The last fiscal update projected that Ottawa would have a $350 billion deficit. This budget will be unveiled at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and you can watch live on our website, citynews.ca. But let's give you a bit of a preview. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, City News Parliament Hill Bureau Chief Cormac McSweeney, he'll be joining us. And we're going to take a look at what this record spending could be looking like and what he is hearing. All right, if you are a Rogers customer, you're having problems with your cell phone this morning, you are not alone. Rogers dealing with a major cell service outage this morning. What we know, customers across the country reporting an ongoing outage over the last several hours. Some are experiencing complete service failure. Others can make calls but not use data. There are multiple tweets to customers. The company saying it is aware of some service disruptions and is currently looking into the issues. Rogers is the parent company of us here at Breakfast Television. So we're going to continue to look into this for you and to hopefully get resolved soon. All right, coming up next on Breakfast Television, Tesla facing some serious safety questions this morning following a fatal car crash that happened on Saturday night. in a vehicle that is believed to have had no one behind the wheel. We're going to talk to Mike Apple after the break.